It's Week 18 of the National Football League, and we'll be watching the Falcons' creative quarterback. He's looking for a milestone 5,000-yard season and maybe a little hardware come February as well. It's the Falcons and the Panthers, and it's
what better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. One final time this regular season. As always, joined by Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott as we get ready to put a bow on what has been an outstanding 18 weeks of football.
And for 14 lucky teams across the NFL, Kate, this isn't the end for them. This is their last chance at a tune-up before they play on.
The ball is teed up as rain continues to fall. And off we go from Bank of America Stadium. He fields it from the 8. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. So now out comes the Panther offense for its initial drive of the game. And they'll be let out by someone that we'll get a look at here, this second-year passer.
Hey, it wasn't a banner game you had last week, stuff in the stat sheet, but still one that falls squarely into the good territory. Had a couple touchdowns to make up for the one interception, and his effort was enough to be one of the pillars in their win, and certainly some momentum to build on today.
Pressure gets to him, and he goes down. That's a sack. We do have a marker down, but where it's at on the field, partner, that sure looks like it's in the neighborhood of holding. Now, that play went for negative yards anyway, so no need for them to accept that penalty. After the sack, another pass on second down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with third down.
The separation, well, it comes in the preparation. In this defense, well, they were prepared. They identified all week long the weak points in this offense, and they keep hammering away at it. This is why you do your homework, kids. Good things typically follow.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. They'll try and throw it here. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Falcons scoop it up. Man, this is a tough ask of your defense so early in a game, Brock, sending them out on short notice and a short field after you fumble it away.
But these are the critical moments defensively you got to live for, right? This is called sudden change. They practice this, and it's your time to put out this fire.
So here are the Falcons out on offense for their first drive. And they'll be led out by this dual-threat quarterback.
Two numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And, of course, well, he cares less about those two numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
Throwing now, following the turnover. Won't make the play on that one. It hits the deck, incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Back to throw. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
That's brought in by Mooney. He's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And look at this return. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. The Panthers and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And they've been willing to both call runs for him and let him ad-lib as he sees fit. He's top 5 for rushing yards by a quarterback this season. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Throw is there for Ja'Tavion Sanders. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Now for the first time, it's a give to the rookie from Ohio State. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. We have a timeout now. Medical staff out to check on an injured man. And you hate to see this in the final week of the regular season. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 46. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. Here's a throw. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve. Some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Hey, look, beyond having to pick yourself off the ground over and over again, all of these sacks in this first quarter have led to so much disruption. Kate, what do offense look for, especially early? Get myself into rhythm. Get myself...
Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line. Onto the field comes the Atlanta offense for the 2nd time. They've got an early 3-0 lead as they take over here. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Another carry for Robinson. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Jadeveon Clowney on that stop. 3rd and just 2 to go. They'll throw it. Pitts brings it in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Flushed out of the pocket. He's keeping it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. From the red zone now. He's on the move. Oh, he's calling his own number again. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB. And it gave him just enough room to run.
Throwing the out route complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
He brings it in. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Second and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Catch is made in close. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Extra point attempt coming up. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Falcons go up 10-zip here in the first. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Starting from the 5. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Just a week before the playoffs begin, partner, here's where teams stand as we play out this regular season finale. They'll get this drive started, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Escapes the pocket, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes him back, 3rd down coming up.
This defense could not make a bigger statement out of the gate with this game. Man, the lead up to a ball game, trash talk. Right things said in the paper, bulletin board material, whatever it is. This defense took something personal, Kate, and they are taking it out on this quarterback.
And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Carolina in punt formation. And this will be his second effort of the contest. And he drives this into the pouring rain. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Falcons ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. They're out and set, 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. He'll throw it. Got a man, it's Drake London. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Falcons.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And this one does not go far. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They bring a tight end in motion right. From the 37. Into the hands of Pitts. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. He'll throw it yet again. That one's complete to London. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And the Falcons will have a first.
And the Falcons first down.
It's into the hands of Mooney. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. All right, here we go. Second down. Still sticking with the passing game. He throws a bullet deep to the... They connect on the deep shot. And that's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons hold a 16-point lead in the first. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw. Just the right touch. And you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead. I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
So that's one quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. 17-0 is our score. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Returning it from the 4. This return makes it up to the 25. The Panther offense headed out to the field. And things starting to get a little out of hand for him, Brock. That last score made it 17-zip. They'll motion Brown right. On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. Slot man in motion right. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flush out, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Brings up second and 17 at the 30-yard line.
Another try following the sack. This is reeled in by Leggett. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Back to throw. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. New set of downs for him from the 46. First and 10, it's Hubbard. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. He's dropping back to throw. Hubbard hauls it in. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll give the Panthers a first down. Running back, motioning right. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Escapes the puck. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Okay. Can I be honest with you? I'm just starting to feel bad for this quarterback and his family because he is just taking a beating before our eyes.
And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Call it 7 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 8.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Setting up a throw. Look, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Okay, you give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player in that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
Sam Martin on the punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And this one sails out. No return on the punt. The Falcons and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting second right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. Back now, pressure on its way. Complete, it's Bijan Robinson. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
First down, Falcons.
Staying with Robinson. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Former #1 pick, Trayvon Walker on the stop. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Changing things up, they're going to throw now. Looking right, and he finds him. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Panthers pick this one up. And Carolina makes the house call. Touchdown. The Panthers start to fight back with their first points of this game. Great time to bring some extra pressure off that snap, and that made all the difference in getting that fumble and the defensive score.
I can hear it in your voice. I think you saw it coming. I saw it coming. I think even the crowd saw it coming.
Yep.
That quarterback did not see that blitz coming, and boy, did it pay dividends.
On is Chad Ryland for the point after. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Panthers cut the lead down to 10. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Here's Carter on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now here come the Falcons on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking for a throw here. Caught for big yards on the right side. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. To throw here on first down. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he takes it across midfield and into Panthers territory. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Algier, the first down and much more. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. First down from the red zone. Pitts brings it in. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at the vault. It's the Falcons looking at 1st and 5. Goal to go, they're passing. Able to hit Robinson, complete. Touchdown, Atlanta. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. Ooh, it doesn't get much closer than this, Brock. Did that ball in any way break the plane of the end zone?
You know how I like to look at this, Kate? Imagine a plane of glass going from the front end of that end zone straight in the air, and any part of the ball, any part of it just touches the plane of that glass, and this is a touchdown.
The touchdown disappears. He was not able to reach the end zone after all. Escapes out to... And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Falcons grow their lead just before halftime. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down, and that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one right down the middle. And the Falcons take a 3-possession lead. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. The Carolina offense headed out now. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Short pass brought in. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Buys time. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. He's on the move. And they get to him again. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Sam Martin on again now to punt it away. Jackson on the return. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Takes it in at the 21. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Falcons are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 1. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Completed over the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at second. 2nd and 3 now. From the 46. Complete over the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. He'll throw it yet again. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. 2nd and 10 now. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Motioning one of the tight ends. 3rd and long for him here. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. So with the Falcons set to punt on 4th, on comes Bradley Pinion. Surprisingly had to punt 5 times in last week's win, and he sends this away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. He takes a knee, and that's going to run out the final couple seconds of half number 1. So we're halfway through this, and I guess we'll follow up with the rest of the NFL after this one ends. We're moving right along to the start of the 2nd half. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Jackson now to return it. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns. Good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can. Putting together quite the game for himself in the process. They've got 1st down from the 31. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Here's Robinson up the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Looking to the air here. Into traffic, complete. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Hits him on the out route. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. He'll look to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Throwing it again here. Catch made by Allen. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
First and 10, looking to throw. The throw is caught. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a first and goal. Robinson will not challenge for the end zone. He loses a bunch here.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
After the loss, it's second and goal from the 5. Once more, it's Robinson. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. He gets a chunk of 4 yards, leaving them just a yard from the end zone. Third and goal. They're throwing it. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons grow the lead coming out of halftime. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to one right now, looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons make it a 24-point ball game. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27. Carolina about set to go once again offensively. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. That throw behind his intended target.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Dump off caught by his back. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Dialing up a pass here on third down. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
And he's brought down before the return gets far. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Play action on first down. Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds, just a step short of the 40. New set of downs for him at the 38. First and 10, a run to Robinson. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. So now a timeout for a player who was shaken up on that previous snap, and I think we can all agree not what any of us were hoping to see as we close out this regular season. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Robinson on the inside give. Across midfield to the 45. And finally down right along that opposing 40. That play good for 17 and a first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down, and they go right back to him. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Here's a counter give to Robinson. He finds space into the red zone. And they finally get to him at the 15. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Working inside the red zone. Allen on the catch. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Pass play now. Cut near the goal line. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
PAT effort coming up. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Falcons grow their lead yet again. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Panthers get going again once more on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Dropping back to throw. He beams one deep right side. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
He's going to throw this one. He has the first over the middle. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Escapes the pocket. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And he drives this forward to the 6. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a first and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
They'll try and punch it in. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles. Well, they stuffed the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
They'll hand it to him again. And he stopped just a little short of the goal line. He's down to the 2. 6 yards on the run as we've reached the end of our third quarter. Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. It's Panthers football as they stare down a huge deficit to begin the fourth. So now, here's third and goal. Third time's the charm. He gets it again. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Only 1 yard there, so it brings up fourth and goal from the 2.
This front, well, they've done a good job bending and not breaking. First down, didn't score. Second down, didn't score. And now third and goal, can't find the end zone either.
Oh, wow, Brock, they're giving him a fourth and final chance. And he gets in, touchdown. The Panthers making the scoreboard look a touch better. Well, they took a gamble, and it paid off with a touchdown on fourth and goal.
And to do it on the ground at that's a confidence builder. Confidence builder for the big guys up front. Confidence builder for the running back to win at the line of scrimmage. And frankly, Kate, a confidence builder for this fan base that loves coaches being aggressive and going for it on fourth down.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Jackson now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. The visitors returning their offense and this running back to the field. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Another carry for Robinson. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Throwing now off play action. It's into the hands of Mooney. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And this one doesn't go far. He got 3 on the run. That's going to bring up 4th and 4. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. Takes this in at the 25. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. And they may say they're not paying attention, but everybody maintaining a constant eye on the current playoff picture. A lot on the line each week for the teams that think they have what it takes to make a run in the postseason. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
To throw here on 1st down. Throw left side, complete. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Gets this to Sanders. And they take him down right along the 30.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Now there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
He finds Sanders. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Cut near the goal line. He has the Carolina touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
And the Panthers leaving their guys out there. Look at this. They're trying for 2. He's throwing for it. On the move. And he goes down. The pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead. Ooh, this is so tough, Brock. You understand what he was trying to do. Make something happen. Ended up outside the pocket, but even some added creativity can't yield 2 points here.
When you get down here on these 2-point conversions, the real estate just gets gobbled up in a hurry. Not only for the QB, but the receivers as well. Only so much time to try to make something work before that defender said, "Not in my house."
This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Now the give for Bijan. And he's brought down for a loss.
There's just no question about it. He has the license to adapt a little bit, to diagnose plays because they trust his instincts. And there, well, it was all on display. Expert-level diagnosis going on to see a potential run and get in position to stop it behind the line.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Finds his target, Allen. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Throwing off the play fake here. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
An eligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back.
Still 3rd down.
After the flag, they've got 3rd and 9 to figure out. They'll run here following the penalty. And he gets this down to the 41 before being stopped. 2 yards on that run. That's going to bring up 4th and 6. The Falcons calling the field goal team's number this time. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And they'll hold their lead at 18.
Something I would have never said 20 years ago, Kate, when I started this business, but it rattles through my big old noggin now. That miss really has an effect on fantasy football owners more than anybody else. Imagine the poor soul somewhere, anywhere, who ends up losing in fantasy this week, specifically because of that miss.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Legette's got it. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here's 2nd and 2. Bails out of the pocket quick. He tucks it and takes off. And they bring him down around the 34. Offense in the hurry-up here. To the air now on 1st and 10. Cut out left. And he's out of bounds, just short of the 30. Second and 6 coming up here. From the 31. On the quick slant, it's Legent. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Chased out to his right. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Panthers hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Ball still at the 3 as they get set for 2nd and goal. Back now, pressure on its way. And what a risk, but he can't hang on. No interception, but nearly a turnover in the end zone. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Pass play coming here. He rolls to his, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Jesse Bates in to pick it off.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll run it with Bijan. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. Staying with Robinson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. And they snag some much-needed momentum to end the regular season as they start looking ahead to their wild card contest next week. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say so long from Charlotte.